Hi everybody, Derek Christensen here. I'm the owner of Legion Law, a premier estate planning and probate law firm in Dallas, Texas. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the somber topic of suicide and estate planning. But before I dive into that, I want to let you know how to reach out to me. You can find me in my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website at www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, let's dive right in. So this is, again, a sad topic for sure, but it certainly happens. And I certainly am not encouraging anyone to indulge in those kinds of thoughts or actions that would lead to self-harm or suicide. That being said, it happens in society. And unfortunately, I talked to somebody recently who knew of a person who decided to kill themselves. That being said, in Texas, this has no consequence. Your estate plan will still happen. Your will will still happen. Your trust will still happen. And if you are the person who ended up killing yourself, then you will suffer no negative consequences on the legal side when it comes to your estate plan, when it comes to your will, your trust, all that stuff will still happen. So there's a common misconception that if you do commit suicide, that there are negative penalties in the law, that the government won't respect the consequences of your actions, and it's just simply not true. Now, that being said, there's a really important aspect of this to take in consideration, because there are certain assets that are affected negatively by suicide. In other words, if you decide to kill yourself, there are oftentimes in life insurance policies where they will not respect the payment if you decide to undertake suicide. This can also include other situations where those assets have that specific language inside the contracts or the conditions of owning and possessing that asset. That being the case, if that were the situation and the estate planning got affected by that, there is something called the constructive trust, where people can, this might be getting a little bit too far in the weeds, but essentially these companies can go before a judge and say, hey, we aren't entitled to make this payment, right? And if we are entitled, we're going to create a new trust that's going to hold the asset until we figure out what to do with it. So while I say there are no negative consequences in the estate planning world, there are still negative consequences to the assets that are contractually dependent on you dying naturally versus of your own choice. So it's a little strange for sure. It's very peculiar, and again, I knock on wood that nobody goes through these kinds of situations or thoughts or anything like that. But in the estate planning world, there are very little negative consequences that happen, and a natural death is treated almost exactly like a suicide, but the assets might come out differently, as I just mentioned. So if you have any questions on that, or if you want to reach out or ask about estate planning in general or probate, of course I'm here to be a resource. So you can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me on my website, or you can go to our Contact Us page and schedule a free consultation over the phone directly on my calendar at www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.